Imagine finding mysterious footprints in the snow leading to your home, but none leading away. This was the chilling experience of the Gruber family, a simple German family living on the isolated Hinterkaifeck farmstead in the year 1922. The discovery of these footprints was just the beginning of a series of strange and unsettling occurrences that crept upon the family. One day, while the winter air was still biting, the Grubers discovered a set of footprints in the snow. These footprints led from the forest edge straight to their home, but perplexingly, there were none leading back. An eerie feeling of being watched began to settle in, but the hardy Grubers shrugged it off, attributing it to the wild imagination of the children. But the oddities didn't stop at the footprints. Strange noises began emanating from their attic, like a soft, persistent scratching. It was as if someone, or something, was living up there. Still, the Grubers remained dismissive, convincing themselves it was just the old house settling, or perhaps a stray animal seeking shelter from the cold. And then, the house keys went missing. Now, this could be easily chalked up to forgetfulness or a simple misplacement, right? But the Grubers were methodical people. Each item in their home had its place. Despite their thorough search, the keys were nowhere to be found. Yet again, they dismissed this unsettling event, attributing it to the chaos of their everyday life on the farm. The Grubers, with their stoic German resolve, continued to live their lives, dismissing these occurrences as mere coincidences, or perhaps even pranks played by the local children. They carried on with their daily chores and routines, oblivious to the sinister undertones of these events. Little did they know, these were not mere coincidences, but the harbingers of a horrifying event. The stage was set, and the Gruber family was unknowingly walking towards a dreadful fate, a chilling chapter in history that would leave a mark on the world's collective memory. On a seemingly ordinary day in March 1922, life at the Hinterkaifeck farm came to a brutal halt. The Gruber family, consisting of Andreas, his wife Kazilia, their widowed daughter Victoria, and her two children, Kazilia and Joseph, along with their new maid, Maria Baumgartner, had settled into what they thought was just another day of rural life. Little did they know, it was to be their last. As the day wore on, an unknown assailant made their move. The family and their maid were systematically and brutally murdered. The gruesome act, carried out with a mattock, a type of hand tool similar to a pickaxe, was not for the faint of heart. The ferocity and cold precision of the murders sent a chill down the spine of anyone who would later learn about it. But what adds an extra layer of horror to this tale is the fact that the family's demise went unnoticed for several days. The isolated location of the Hinterkaifeck farm, tucked away from the hustle and bustle of the city, meant that their absence wasn't immediately felt. The local postman was the first to notice something amiss after mail began to pile up at the farm. When the bodies were finally discovered, the scene was one of eerie tranquility. The farm animals were found unharmed, and the property was in order, as if the inhabitants had simply vanished. But inside the house, a gruesome tableau awaited the unsuspecting discoverers. The Grubers and their maid were found slain, their bodies cold and lifeless. Despite the brutal nature of the crime, there was a peculiar sense of meticulousness about the scene. It was as if the perpetrator had taken their time, unhurried and undisturbed. This chilling detail suggests that the killer may have been familiar with the farm and its inhabitants, adding another layer of mystery to the already baffling case. The Grubers, their maid, and their farmstead now lay eerily silent, hiding a terrifying secret. The gruesome event that unfolded that day in March 1922 would go down in history as one of the most chilling unsolved mysteries of the 20th century. As news of the murders spread, investigators descended upon the quiet Hinterkaifeck farm, but what they found only deepened the mystery. The investigation from the get-go was a maze of confounding trails and dead ends. The local law enforcement, unprepared for a crime of such magnitude, stumbled through the initial stages. Crucial evidence was mishandled, contaminated, or outright overlooked. The crime scene, a goldmine of potential leads, was tainted by the influx of curious onlookers. The lack of solid leads was another hurdle. The family, living in relative isolation, had few interactions with the outside world. Could it be a disgruntled neighbor, a scorned lover, or perhaps a wandering vagrant? The list of potential suspects was long, yet none fit the bill perfectly. Theories abounded, but evidence to support them was scanty, if at all present. Yet, amidst this baffling investigation, a few bizarre clues emerged. Footprints leading to the house, but none leading away. a strange newspaper not belonging to the family found on the property, and perhaps the most chilling of all, the murder weapon, a mattock found in the barn, cleaned and put away. It was as if the murderer had all the time in the world, unperturbed by the possibility of discovery. This mattock, a common farming tool, became a symbol of the macabre mystery. Why was it cleaned and put away? Did the murderer have a twisted sense of order, or was it an attempt to confuse the investigators further? The questions spiraled, each more unsettling than the last. As the investigation trudged along, it began to seem as though the Hinterkaifeck murders were destined to remain unsolved. Leads dried up, suspects were cleared, and the case grew colder with each passing day. The farmstead, once bustling with life, now lay silent and desolate, a grim reminder of the horrific event. Despite their best efforts, the investigators were left with more questions than answers. The Hinterkaifeck murders, a chilling tale of unexplained horror, had slipped through the cracks, leaving behind a legacy of mystery and fear. In the wake of the murders, the Hinterkaifeck farm became a chilling monument to the unknown. The once thriving farmstead now stood silent and deserted, a grim reminder of the brutal tragedy that unfolded within its walls. A year after the horrifying incident, the decision was made to demolish the farm. One can only imagine the eerie quiet that must have enveloped the place as the structures were torn down, the echoes of the past finally silenced. Yet, the demolition did little to quell the whispers of speculation that swirled around the case. If anything, it only added to the enigma, fueling more questions, more theories. The Hinterkaifeck murders, it seemed, were destined to remain a haunting specter in the annals of German history. Over the years, numerous theories have been proposed, each more chilling than the last. Some suggest that the murderer was a disgruntled former employee nursing a grudge against the family. Others propose the possibility of a wandering vagrant who stumbled upon the isolated farmstead. There are those who believe it was a crime of passion, a dark tale of forbidden love and jealousy. A few even suggest a supernatural element, citing the strange occurrences leading up to the murders, the footprints in the snow leading to the house but not away, the unfamiliar newspaper, the house keys that went missing. Could it have been the work of a malicious entity, a malevolent force that drove an individual to commit such a monstrous act? These theories, while intriguing, offer little in the way of answers. There is no smoking gun, no definitive proof, just a tangled web of possibilities. Each theory only adds another layer to the mystery, deepening the enigma that is the Hinterkaifeck murders. Yet nearly a century later, the Hinterkaifeck murders remain one of Germany's most haunting unsolved mysteries. What is it about this case that continues to captivate and horrify us after all these years? When we delve into the enduring legacy of the Hinterkaifeck murders, we see a tale that has woven itself into the very fabric of popular culture. The chilling mystery of the case, the eeriness of the unexplained occurrences, and the brutal nature of the crime itself have all contributed to a narrative that continues to fascinate and unsettle us. In the world of literature, the Hinterkaifeck case has inspired countless authors to pen their interpretations of the mystery. From the hauntingly descriptive prose of true crime novels to the spine-tingling suspense of horror fiction, the story has been retold from numerous perspectives, each adding a new layer to the enigma. The influence of the Hinterkaifeck murders doesn't stop at books. The film industry, too, has been enthralled by the case. It has been the subject of numerous films and documentaries, each attempting to shed light on the chilling mystery, and in doing so, perpetuating the intrigue surrounding the case. But perhaps the most telling testament to the lasting impact of the Hinterkaifeck murders is its prevalence in the digital age. Internet sleuths and mystery enthusiasts alike have taken to online forums and social media platforms to discuss, dissect, and debate the case. Theories abound, each more compelling than the last, keeping the memory of the event alive and the mystery unsolved. The Hinterkaifeck case serves as a stark reminder of our fascination with the unexplained and the macabre. It's a testament to our inherent curiosity, our need to solve puzzles, and our obsession with the mysteries that defy explanation. And yet, amidst all the speculation and intrigue, the Hinterkaifeck murders remain a chilling story of a family whose lives were brutally cut short. A story that, despite our best efforts, remains shrouded in mystery. In the end, perhaps it is the chilling reminder that even in our own homes, we are not always safe from the unknown.